pets. No, there's one flanking. And that is kind of how you can get that pincer motion here. And whichever team does that the best is going to come out with a Game 1 victory.
Yeah, let's see what are... They're not opting for the double junior. Surskit is going to move onto that splatter shot to make way for Tiger's range blaster. And we are seeing a no-back game in general. We have Rav on that Tri-Slosher Nouveau.
I love this. This is Splatoon as it's meant to be. Pure gameplay. As Surskit, it's going to get picked by Rav to start. A nice pair of burgers on the side there fighting in the tree. They'll grab the tower. Madsai is going to try and trade out this Tetris. Don't chase the Tetris. Okay, very good. As they're just going to leave that there off the objective line where it can't hurt them. Until it does.
But Seacant with that pick going to move forward just in time, finding Take as well. The Restarter coming in to break that bubble. Get in onto Rav here, finding the third. Looking for that jump camp as well. Give him the quad. No, not quite. You're reported for stealing that quad, bud. But Lil Whip is the last one standing on that second checkpoint. They're going to need to back up a little bit, wait for their team. Madsai and Rav are back now, but Madsai goes down to that Tiger's range blaster, and Seacant finds Rav on that push forwards. It looks like Zoopals is going to be able to take that first checkpoint with relative ease here, Sofa.
Yeah, wow. It looks like there's a bit of frantic play coming out here as the Reef is going to try and continue the stagger. Seacant is going to get Take cleanly, and Rav will try and trade that out, but still big numbers advantage for Zoopals as they're rolling into these critical areas here. And now, a nice pick on tower to slow them slightly, but jumps coming in for Zoopals.
Yeah, Seacant still riding that tower, allowing the rest of Zoopals to kind of move forwards. But Take and Madsai on this left-hand side are going to move in with the Zuka. However, the Zuka from Surskit finds two on that top left. That's going to neutralize a lot of Black Squid Inkburger's ability to kind of move forward in this map. Lil Whip is able to move up to mid, get that crab charged up, going to opt to pop it here to try and take this plat a little bit, hold off the rest of Zoopals, and allow Black Squid Inkburger to move forwards here. However, Take goes down, the bubble gets popped as well, and Seacant is in the back line, just trying to cause as many issues as possible.
Yeah, they've got to shut down these Seacant flanks. And likewise, Seacant is doing a terrific job with the flanks to pull their attention off of that objective line. A crucial fight here that Lil Whip will win cleanly, giving a 2-0 numbers advantage to the Burgers.
Yeah, the Burgers are looking pretty solid right now. They have the man advantage there. See, you have Pork and Tiger in their sights, though. And Take is going to go down here in the bubble, but Rav is going to hold this tower, push it forwards. Lil Whip with the crab, and Zuka from Madsai as well. It's going to get Tiger and Surskit here. Seacant just sharking out, getting Madsai, finding one, but not able to stall out the push just yet. Trying to find more. Rav going to stay alive by dropping off in the back there. Take in that top right, going to go down here. Pak goes down. Seacant is just the last one left up with Tiger, and Black Squid Inkburger are pushing this tower even further forwards.
Yeah, I like what I see here, except they're able to defend here at the 64. Not quite touching that checkpoint yet, but some better fights being taken here. Numbers will still flip back towards Zoopals as they're going to look to take control of mid. Sig, how do you deal with a Tetris that is this distracting?
One thing you can definitely do is either ignore them and just let them kind of run up on you and get into your range where you can engage them. Oh my gosh, what a Zuka from Surskit to answer Madsai's instant turnaround there. Take does find the trade, but goes down immediately inside of the bubble. Another thing you can do with the Tetris is just babysit it with one of your members, make it a 3-on-3, and you can play it that way. However, Seacant is just going to be allowed to roam free into this crab tank. The crab tank going to force them back, though. Madsai up here as well, going to go down to that splat bomb. 2 down on the side of Black Squid Inkburger, allowing Zoopals to move forwards here. Surskit losing to Lil Whip in that bats. Rav, though, trading out Pak is going to be pretty big, too. It's just Tiger and Seacant left standing for Zoopals. However, they are going to provide jumps, give a lot of space. The Reslider at the ready, going to find Take, going to chip out a lot, but going down thanks to that end lag.
Outstanding. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. This is just crazy defense, crazy offense that we're seeing out of Zoopals. I mean, I'm stunned. It's like Surskit switching to shot is like, oh yeah, I play blaster because shot is too easy. Because Surskit is killing it on this splatter shot with the Zuka, is going to get picked there. But things remaining in neutral here with a minute to go, that is exactly how Zoopals wants it with the lead.
Yeah, but that lead, you can't get too comfortable with. That's only a checkpoint break, and it looks like Black Squid Inkburger is going to make a move now, finding the pick onto Tiger, looking forwards his mad side. Rav on the top left as well, trying to fight Seacant. Seacant going down to the fizzy bomb, fade away from Rav, looking like Dirk Nowitzki, finding a second one on the Pak. Going to stay alive to Surskit Zuka for the last shot. There are 2 jumps on the tower. Surskit's finding Lil Whip in the very bottom of the map. It looks like Black Squid Inkburger is still pushing this tower forwards. They're already down past that second checkpoint. They have 4 points to get to the lead. Take goes down.
broke yet?
No, the check isn't broke. They have 1 point left on it. Zoopals hold on in the last 20 seconds. It's looking great for them on map 1.
And that could be critical, not breaking that check, as they're going to have to try and make an overtime push here. An unfortunate bomb kill will give numbers to Zoopals. Take and Lil Whip are going to be fighting in the corner here. Take going down in the bubble. One will hop tower. Oh, a nice numbers advantage. Even things. And somebody slipped on tower. Couldn't quite see there, but hey, Sig, that was a tight game 1.
Yeah, it was. Again, 4 points is so tight here. Almost taking that check. If they get the checkpoint there, I think Black Squid Inkburger has a very, very, very solid shot at getting that map win. That really could have gone either way, but Zoopals able to hold on with a phenomenal performance from Surskit especially.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I think when we loaded in, I thought the same thing too. We were like, oh, well, Tiger switched off a blaster so that Surskit could have blaster. No, it was the reverse.
Yeah.
Surskit went on shot so that the blaster player could play blaster. I did not expect that, but you know, clearly Surskit's cooking with whatever weapon they play.
Yeah, he is honestly one of the most flexible players that I've seen in a very long time. Very, very solid. Been in the game for a while too, so knows his way around competitive very well. Very comfortable in these situations. In so deep into bracket in the semifinals as well. However, you can't count out Black Squid Inkburger right now. We're moving on to map 2, and I think they have a really solid shot here as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, with how close that was, we were talking about that check. If that check breaks, you might even be able to super jump cheese that to a lead.
That's
so
true.
that was just so tight, way tighter than it seemed from that first half. Black Squid Inkburger made some adjustments and came back. For Zones Mahi, what do you have to change if you're the Burgers to get back into this one?
I feel like they didn't allow Take to get in probably as much as they wanted. They have a lot of ways to do so, but they weren't quite able to capitalize, especially with Secant. So they're going to need to neutralize Secant and find ways for Take to get in, especially on as small a map as Kalahari Resort on zones here.
Oh yeah, I think that's the key, especially during the first half before the water has dropped. That is when Secant will have a tougher time getting in. That is when you got to strike.
Yeah, and it looks like Black Squid Inkburger is going to force a lot of Zoopals back here. However, with 3 members standing strong, make that 4. They're going to find everybody except Take, make that a full wipeout with a trade. Zoopals is holding that zone. They're moving forward so quickly already. What a quick wipeout we just saw there, Sofa.
Strong opening, and I think that's the key in zones. Like a spare bomb death or something like that is so devastating in zones. A nice Zuka there from Madsai, though, to try and break out here. A great bubble from Tiger, though, to just say, or from the junior, to just say, we're going to stay up here. We're going to live in your base. We don't even need to fight on the zone.
Yeah, they're fighting way in the zone. If you have to deal with people in your spawn, there's no way you can deal with the zone. However, they are going to clear out the rest of their spawn platform here for the most part, but they are getting chipped out by Tiger on the range blaster. Finding 2, though. That's going to be massive. They have the Wavebreaker out there ready. Not going to need to use it, though, with this bombs coming out. I think they're going to be saving it for when Black Squid Inkburger tries to retake, but it looks like they're not even going to get the chance with Surskit and Secant up in the spawn again.
Yeah, that's another stagger with 10 ticks to go. Still numbers for the Zoopals. Now they're in, just, hold that zone. Take's trying to paint with the Kraken, but a dominant victory by the Zoopals to go up 2-0. And Sig, that felt like a story of bomb deaths and chip by the blaster, and in zones, that cannot happen.
No, if you go down to a stray bomb, the zone ticks down so quickly, that could really just spell the game for you right there. And we saw it work perfectly in Zoopal's favor. Able to capitalize so well, able to get into Black Squid Inkburger spawn immediately because they didn't have a cooler up at the time. They, the pro of getting an early wipeout like that is that everyone is back super duper slowly just because you don't have a cooler.
Yeah, exactly. And at that point, trades are bad once that disadvantage starts rolling in. So props to Zoopals for recognizing that, taking advantage, and just really running away with it in that game too. They are match point away from heading to silver finals. It's exciting to see Surskit, Tiger, Secant, and Pak doing so well. Scorch Gorge on Rainmaker. What needs to happen here for this set to go to a game 4?
For a game 4, first off, this is another mode where you can kind of just get snowballed really easily in Rainmaker. One push can be just 20 points if you get picked off early, but if you get a full wipeout, that can easily go to 80.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you stay alive, you don't go down to those bombs and that chip damage like you were talking about. And so that's the first step. The second step, getting that paint control for your roller, making sure they can get in. Those fizzy bombs need to be immaculate from Rav especially. Afterwards, just allow the roller to get in. Maintain that aggression.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, now if you're on the side of Zoopals, do you change what you're doing at all or just keep rolling with what you got?
I mean, after that second game, I think they just keep running it back, you know?
Why not? Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Because we're going to see if there are any comp changes. It looks like no. Tiger was tearing it up in the previous match, so look for that again. And Rav is going to be bringing out the machine and the zap
there
from Lil Whip.
Yeah, Lil Whip moving on to that zap, and now Rav on the machine. This is going to be pretty interesting. Just machine a little bit slower, but able to kind of pace and space Secant off a little bit probably. Surskit getting aggressive on the right-hand side. Going to have to back off and get picked off by Rav. Rav gets traded, though. Take getting aggressive already. This is the paint control we were talking about. Roller is able to get in on Take. Finding one, popping that bubble, immediately breaking both of them. Excuse me? That's crazy.
How did that bubble disappear so fast?
I think both bubbles got popped. One from Pac, one from Take, and they both immediately broke on each other's walls.
That is so. I've never seen that interaction before in this game.
Wait, that's
crazy.
really cool.
And it looks like it's going to be a checkpoint for Black Squid Ink Burger here. A nice opening from them, Sig. What are your thoughts?
Great opening from them. They need to set this pace. It's looking solid for them. They get the check as well. However, Secant with this reslide is going to force a lot of people off. Mad Side fending off the Rainmaker. Rav going down, though. However, 2 members are still here. Take plus, I believe that is Lil Whip. So they're going to be able to get this pop. Take trying to find one, gets one, looking for the second, but Secant retreats into the bubble. It's 3v3 with the Zuka 4 Zoopals, though. It's looking really, really good for the Mad Side. Tries to get aggressive, goes down. It's 2 down. But however, the Rainmaker runs forward, down to 50 points remaining. Secant is going to pop another Reef Slider, try and make a little bit of space for Zoopals. Going to find one pick, looking for a second. Take is in the zone. Or on the Rainmaker, excuse me, what a pick there.
What the heck? Yeah, getting a really nice trade there. Now, that's a nice push to 50, especially in the first minute and a half, but I don't think it's enough to win the game.
No, not at all, but Mad Sai on the Shark here, going to find one trade out. You have the Zuka, though. That's a little bit of a tough trade to take, especially without Cooler. However, that's going to stall out a lot of Zoopals push. A lot of that bomb threat from Zoopals is going to go down, but Surskit's just going to try and make a mad dash into this pillow spot for the Rainmaker. Whoa. Finding 2 with the shot, though. Rav and Take go down. Secant's going to pop the Rainmaker with that reslider. However, the Zuka from Mad Sai finding Secant. Pac with his Rainmaker is just going to try and run it up, but Black Squid Ink Burger's doing all that they can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that was a great stall, and now the Burgers are back, so you're going to have to do some work, and they can't quite get the check there, as numbers will flip back to the Burgers, trying to chase Surskit. Surskit's last. Does Rav see them? Surskit's going to be forced to scramble back. Can you get the full wipe? And no, it doesn't look like. Instead, the Zook's going to be up from Surskit, who's still stuck in this pit. You can't get too distracted by that, though.
No, you can really just allow Surskit to do his thing, maybe turn around as soon as the Zuka happens, just give him a little bit of attention. The Zuka, however, Surskit jumped out, though, so they're going to pop that Zuka from the front, just play a front-to-back fight here a little bit. Rav's trying to get aggressive, gets chipped out by Tiger. Tiger finds that first pick. Lil Whip is the last one standing, goes down. Mad Side jumps in, finds one, has the Zuka at the ready close, finds a second, but gets wiped out by Pac on that junior.
2 minutes left, and still the Zoopals are going to need check. Wow, this is a very purple mid here, as Surskit's going to be dancing around, trying to bait somebody out, trying to find a fight, but it seems as though we may need to rebuild a little bit here to try and just get some footing under Zoopals here.
Yeah, Lil Whip staying alive in that Rainmaker shot. Very important person to have, especially when you don't have the cooler up yet. You're very close to it, having it immediately. Ooh. Getting traded out between Take and the Trizuka. Secant here on their own, just trying to stay alive, backing up a little bit. It's a 3v2 for Zoopals right now. They have jumps at the ready. The Booyah Bomb gets popped from Rav, though. That's going to lead to a lot of stalling. 2 members of Zoopals do rush forward, so Tiger goes down, gets traded by Rav. Wow. There's 3 down on the side of Black Squid Ink Burger. That means that Zoopals can probably get this checkpoint relatively soon here. So
they forgot the check!
When you forgot the check, boys!
As they go 2 down, the Burgers will have numbers once again. This happened to us in one of our games. Our opponents forgot the check. They're going to have to go back for it. The Burgers can just keep it here. Secant's over here. Rav's going to dump it back down into mid. A wipe, though. You can bet that they will not forget it this time.
Oh, no, there's no way they forget it now. Looking to immediately pop it is Pac, dropping it. Dropping that Rainmaker. We got the checkpoint. We got there.
The sarcastic cheers from the crowd. That is so
wonderful.
Funny. As now going the bubble, instead trying to get the lead, but they can't. They're stuffed, and Tiger's going to be the last one up. The Burgers are going to pop with 1 minute left here. They're going to try and drop it on the right-hand side, and they still need another push with only a little bit left to go.
Yeah, Lil Whip finding Tiger, though, on that Rainmaker. Just able to stall out a little bit in this mid. You have the timer, which more time remaining than the in-game timer, actually. The Booyah Bomb able to stall out on that right-hand side. The Trizuka going down here from Surskit. Lil Whip still staying alive. It's just Seekant left. They have that Reef Slider, though. Lil Whip goes down after trading Pac, but so does Seekant.
Wow.
It's just Tiger on this Shark here. Take sees them, though, so I don't think there's going to be a really good opportunity for Tiger. They're going to need to wait for the rest of the team to get here.
Oh, here comes Take in on the blaster. Rav is going to stall and put it down in this corner. One more defensive stand from the Burgers, and they can make this a set. But we've got a Zuka up from Surskit, which can flip advantage in this game extremely quickly. They haven't popped it yet, but looking for an opportunity. Little Whip's going to come up and kill the Rainmaker, and we're going to a game 4 as the Burgers have taken a game off of Surskit's team.
Incredible Shark at the end there from Lil Whip. Just having that little speck of paint is so important. You know, primarily you want the roller to strike, but the Zap can too. It has such a fast TTK with the force shot. It's the same time as the splatter shot. Really any weapon is so lethal on Black Squid Ink Burger. You can really make anything happen.
Outstanding work, and hey, we got a set, gang. Both these teams are good. What did we tell you? We had a very close game 1, a very close game 3. Game 2, we're just hoping that we don't see any more zones so we can get some nice tight games. But man, let's talk a little bit about the roller play, about the bubbles. I'm loving the bubble play on either side. What do you think bubbles plays in the meta right now?
It is incredibly strong. It recently got that object. I believe it got a buff against Trizuka specifically, where it takes less damage from it. And Trizuka being the predominant special, it's very, very good. It still gets countered by the triple ink strikes, though, but we haven't been seeing that in this set. So really, the bubble's the name of the game right now. It is able to take and hold so much space. We see like double bubble comps succeeding so well in Japan as well. So, you know, they know what's up as well. Bubble is so strong right now, and it's working great for both these teams right here.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But like, I did not know that 2 bubbles could just delete each other out. Have you seen that before?
No, I haven't.
I've never
That's
seen
unreal.
That. I didn't know that would happen. That was kind of crazy. But we're going to head into game 4 here. Clamblitz on Museum. Which comp do you think this one's favoring? Is Zoopals headed towards a 3-1, or is this going to get more interesting?
I think on Museum de Alfonsino specifically, Tiger's going to have a pretty good time on that range blaster.
Oh, yeah.
Just able to poke around a lot safely, especially in that mid, where you have to commit to a lot of fights sometimes. And so I think that's going to favor Zoopals a lot here.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm with you. Range Blaster, if it gets into its happy spaces, it can cook. Zuka can, you know, pepper in on the plat to try and get other folks in there. And this map being wide open may not favor the roller, who's going to have less places to hide. It's going to be tougher to get those flanks online.
Yeah, that is true. Take is probably going to have a little bit of a rougher time on this map. Still definitely capable, especially around those spinners in mid and on the platforms of the map, and able to just shark out even around the pillows. And with that block, that block could be really good for Take too. Just able to kind of sneak behind the rest of Zoopals.
It's exciting stuff, gang, as we're headed into a Game 4 silver semifinals. Zoopals still on match point to head to finals as we see an X-Splosher coming out.
Dread?
And a Dread on the other side. Sig, what are these comp changes?
I don't know. This is crazy. We have an X-Splosher on the side of Zoopals here. Going to opt for a lot more paint control. A little bit of lethality is being sacrificed because you don't have that Trizuka, but instead you're trading it for a lot of chip damage, some location as well, so you're not losing Take consistently. As I say that, though, 3 members go down. A full wipeout early again for Zoopals. They're constantly getting these early wipeouts. 2 power guns at the ready. They're looking to score down to 60 and even further with this comp change for them.
Wow, the other power coming in and a bubble. Somebody's going to rotate back to get clams, I hope, as they're going to push it down to 51. Yeah, look at them building up with the Junior and the Explo. A bunch of clams as Seekant's going to be trying to distract in mid. Ravioli is going to miss the Reef Slider on Surskit. That'll be all for the push for now, but there's still somebody, I think it's Seekant, in the Burgers base while Zoopals is going to score on the other end.
Yeah, this is something that we see Tetris do a lot, just trying to draw as much attention as possible, delay for the rest of the team to take map control. Drawing 3 members of Black Squid Ink Burger was Seekant, and now Zoopals are back in a great spot, able to take control of that top mid spinner is Surskit on that Expo. The Zuka comes through from Mad side, not quite finding Seekant until the last shot coming through, finding it. Take also getting Surskit as well, having the bubble at the ready, just opting for the Rainmaker Shark, popping that bubble now, finding Pac, looking for the second onto Seekant.
Here
Respawn.
comes 2 balls.
There are 2 balls coming through. They're going in. They only need 4 more clams to take this lead. Take gets 2. They have 3, 4 more. With the lead swap, they have 6 points of leeway. Lil Whip also finds Surskit, and another trade. Absolutely massive push for Black Squid Ink Burger.
And they keep numbers despite the basket closing. Mad Size out here in mid trying to get more clams for another push. And this is exciting stuff, guys. The Burgers have come alive late in this set, and they look like a different team too, like we saw in the last set. The Ops kind of starting to get used to what the other team is doing.
Yeah, it's looking great for them. Mad Side does go down, getting a little aggressive on that ramp, though. Going to allow Zoopals to kind of capitalize, snowball their lead a little bit with the man advantage. 2 down. They're going to stall out, though. Pot goes down here with the Junior. There's a power clam behind from Take.
What happened? What did he do?
I believe he sharked into the box and then rolled up.
Look at him up there. He's still up there.
He's doing what Seekant was just doing.
Jumps.
And 2 jumps as well.
Oh, not in time to do any more scoring. But Sig, I thought we said it was going to be hard for the roller to flank here.
No, apparently it's easy. Take able to find 2 massive flanks there, just allowing the Black Squid Ink Burgers great offensive pushes, and they're looking for a third. Finding 1 on a Skirskit, looking for the second on a Tiger.
Oh, Take!
Take find the third! Take! Oh my gosh!
Look at this clam economy that they have built up too. They have the reason the bad side with the Zuka. Lil Whip will be traded out, but passing clams up front. Take's gonna score again. A 4-1 numbers advantage. Rav's coming in with another ball to try and make this a single-digit score. Can't quite make it as the Burgers go 2 down. Lil Whip trying to shark forwards. Look at this. Can't quite get the ball either, but the Burgers get a huge push there with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, amazing plays from Take, especially on that roller. Incredible stuff. Getting down to 24 points with 1:45, you have a good chunk of time, but with a man down, you're going to need to use this bubble now instead of on the basket, and it's going to be very, very difficult, especially with this Reef Slider pop. This Dread pick from Rav, we haven't really highlighted it much, but it's doing so much.
I love it. I love it. The Reef is such a good idea on this map, and the Dread is just terrific for that long-range chip. So strong. But we see the clam economy flipping back as Zoopals are able to get 2, trying to hunt down Lil Whip, deciding to go for the basket instead. They've got a lot built up. However, they need 1 more fight win in order to make this happen. Coming in with the rain, that's going to put it down to 51. Numbers will flip back. They're going to dump these all in. Seekant and the Explo has the only 2 clams left. They're going to need more, but now the Burgers are crashing in on Surskit, who is forced to retreat. Sig, it looks like they're going to need yet another push here to try and take the lead in the final minute.
Yes, they will. They're going to need another pity clam. However, they are closer than ever to that lead. They don't need that many more power clams outside of that power to kind of just retake it. They have 45 seconds to do so, and they're close to a couple of specials here. That Ink Storm and the Reef Slider, especially that bubble as well, is going to be used to take a ton of space pretty close up. They're going to opt for it. Just not at all, actually, as they go down to Take here. The Zoopals are struggling, but they do have the plat. Rav goes down to Seekant's Reef Slider. It's looking great for Zoopals on a push. They just need to make a power clam. Tiger does go down. Pac jumps in with that power clam. They have a route. They have clams. They have a really good opportunity here. Are they going to be able to do it? They do so. They're down to 18. 15 seconds left. Black Squid Ink Burger take everybody out on their plat, but they're going to have to turn around and run this fast, Sofa.
Yeah, they are going to have a pity at the ready. Outstanding work by Zoopals, but we are going to be headed into overtime, and all you need, if you're the Burgers, you need power and 2 and able to get it. But Take's going to go down up front. Mad Side's trying to find something with the Zuka. Can't quite find Seekant. Ravioli rolling in with the Reef Slider. Sursk gets forced off the plat. Rav grabbing the ball. Another ball being thrown up front. 2 down for the Burgers. Rav's their last hope, is able to get the ball in. You need 2 clams somehow, but I don't think they have anybody there. We've got the Squid Bag as the Zoopals are going to be heading to Silver Bracket Finals with an outstanding set win here.
What an incredible game for Black Squid Ink Burger, taking the lead multiple times, coming so close to the KO too, not to mention that. But it just wasn't enough. Zoopals able to clutch up at the very end there with the defense, with that last second push. Outstanding play from them, and we see why they are one of the top picks to win this silver bracket.